every day is something else, man, with this Nolan Wells case. Again, being Black in America, foundational Black Americans, whenever we have issues pertaining to W folks, we always got to go all the way to the moon and back, man, and get any form of justice, man, dealing with these people. Because I keep telling y'all, we got to go to the same people that has historically oppressed us to get justice from the same people. And we have to trust that they don't have any preconceived notion about us, right? So now what they do is they prop up a lot of Black conservatives to say the things that they really want to say. Like, it's hard for us to get any form of justice. So we know that Nolan Wells, now 2 weeks ago, went on a boat with three W's and didn't return, right? He never made it back home. He was up there with 3 jackals, some Beelzebubians, right, on the boat, and they returned, but he didn't, right? Now they, now they calling Benjamin Crump and Al Sharp the ambulance chasers, and they saying a whole bunch of stuff, right? When we know, listen, let me tell y'all something out there. Let me tell you Black people something out there. Don't be so fast to call your people ambulance chasers and everything out in the public, because then W folks steal those talking points and they use them against you. Now, when you need our people, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody's the biggest ambulance chaser than MSNBC, CNN, the corrupt news network, right? ABC, NBC, all of these media platforms are the biggest ambulance chasers and race hustlers, because they use their media to create an image for you that's not good for you, right? They're the biggest race hustlers. These TV analysts, right? There's thousands of W lawyers that are race hustlers. They do everything to sway the public's opinion on your image in America. So Benjamin Crump and them ain't nothing compared to America's media and the way you're viewed in the media. So stop. Y'all got to be careful when you say certain things out loud, because it's going to backfire on you. But let me talk about this thing with Christina Wansley, man, her and her husband, right? Somebody sent some crazy stuff to the home, right? Somebody sent some crazy stuff to the home, and like this thing is real crazy, right? They said she put, whoever sent this to my home, may the good Lord have mercy on your soul. Bold enough to send this crap, but not bold enough to list your return address. This is America, where a grieving mother and father have to deal with this type of behavior because we asked a simple question of what happened to our son and accepted all the help we can get to find answers. Please go touch some grass, right? But again, this is the stuff that they do, right, here in America. And people say, you got these Black conservatives that come on here and say that it's not about race. When we know everything in this country is about race. Everybody knows that, right? And the funny how they say it's not about race, but they don't have a problem. They don't have a problem calling out people like this.
What you think we do when we take y'all young men camping with us? You know them boys don't know how to swim. Yeah. You throw them in that water. We say, swim, boy, swim. Woo! Learn how to swim, boy. You can't do it. You can't do it, boy. Y'all ain't ever gonna learn how to swim. Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah, this is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods. We throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in the springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans. Y'all can't do a damn thing.
Now, this is the thing.
Y'all be in there.
This is the thing. Now, it's funny how you got these Black conservatives that can come on here. These Black conservatives that can come on here and say that they out here, people out here race hustling. They could say people out here race hustling, right? But they don't make any videos. They haven't made any videos calling out that guy. They haven't. Brandon Tatum haven't said anything about this dude, man. But let's get into let's get into what people online are saying, right?
But when it comes to the governor, Tate Reeves, when it comes now to the FBI, You all are really, it's plain and simple, plain in sight that you all are covering this up. You all are covering up for the judge, you're covering up for the three white boys, and you're covering up for anyone else that was involved. 100%. Because right now, every single body who cares about Nolan Wells wants to know what is the new evidence. How come nobody's been arrested? Why was the boat at the judge house being cleaned? Come on. You put one in, like 1 plus 1 together to equal 2. It's not 1 plus 1 equal 4. Like, you all are making it plain and simple that you guys are covering this up. But this is what's been said now. The Jackson County Sheriff, John Ledbetter, speaks on the FBI involvement in the Nolan Wells case. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter confirmed with WLOX that the FBI is helping examine digital evidence collected so far. Helping, okay. With Horn Island being a federal land, Ledbetter says that this is not of the ordinary. It's not of the ordinary? Okay. That's look.
Now again, remember, we're dealing with Mississippi. We know the history of Mississippi, right? We're not shocked, but again, W folks are calling this out. W folks are calling this out as well, right? So this stuff is being exposed on multiple levels, right? But this guy that was also speaking, he also went in on the governor, right? He also went on the governor. Check this out.
Reeves, the governor of the state of Mississippi. Take a good look at him. Look at Mr. Hamhawk himself. Mm-hmm.
Check this
So
out. Here.
Tate Reeves, the governor of the state of Mississippi. The fact that folks, reporters, anybody have to ask you about your old college days and about wearing blackface will leave a lot of questions for a lot of people, especially people of color living in the state of Mississippi. As someone who is from Mississippi, I would have all of these kind of assumptions, speculations when I would see my governor back in college in blackface. It also says here that Reeves was also asked by reporters and critics to clarify his history, at which time he publicly denied wearing blackface or KKK robes. Questions regarding his college fraternity arose because older photos from his time in the Kappa Alpha Order at Millsap College. I know exactly where Millsap College.
Now, what they're saying is him and his friends wore blackface and KKK robes. That's what he was allegedly accused of, right? He was allegedly accused of. This is your governor of Mississippi.
Is that? I know exactly where it's at because right across the street from it, I went to another university. He also went to Millsap College in the early 1990s, which the photos surfaced showing some members wearing Confederate Army uniforms. It's a picture down at the bottom, him and another frat boy.
They got Confederate Army uniforms on. This is your governor. This is your governor.
But then when you're asked about it, you say no. Not at all. Not involved. The fact that I honestly feel like the state of Mississippi don't take nothing serious.
It's not the fact that the state of Mississippi don't take nothing serious. We ain't fighting hard enough. We know this. Even your black coon conservatives know this truth. We all know it. Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, the Carolinas, right? West Virginia, Kentucky. We know this. Memphis. We know what's going on. Even in the northern cities. It's all across America. We know this.
Doesn't take nothing serious. And it's sad that here again, we're sitting here trying to find information about Nolan Xavier Wells because the government don't even know nothing about him, just according to 3 days ago. So this is diabolical. This is
sad, man. I mean, it's sad. It's sad what they do. It's sad what they do, but I'm not shocked, right? I'm not shocked. I mean, we're dealing with pure We dealing with pure devils, man. So then you get to this guy, man. You get to this guy, Ricky Matthews, right? How the tragedy of Nolan Wells have been hijacked by ambulance chasers, right? This is just what you're dealing with when you're dealing with these W folks, and people allow it, right? The Wells family was grieving the sudden loss of their 18-year-old son Nolan, a good kid and an athlete with a bright future, after the 4th of July trip to Horn Island. And that raw moment of pain, they deserve space, answers, and support from their community. Instead, they were steered into the national rumor-filled and race-baited spectacle. Ben Crump parachutes into Save the Day in Crapaud, Mississippi, quickly questioning whether Mississippi law enforcement would investigate fairly if the roles were reversed, and irresponsibly spreading rumors of misinformation. How is they rumors of misinformation when we know the history of Mississippi, and we already know everybody knows and I'm gonna prove this because some W folks want to expose this in this video. Reverend Al Sharpton did exactly what you would have expected him to do, invoking our history, declaring this smacks some of the fears we had historically in Mississippi. National outlets amplified the scripts, some running full speed with rumors and trash Mississippi. What should have remained a local tragedy became another chapter in the familiar racist Mississippi narrative, complete with outside lawyers, press conferences, fundraising appeals, and a wing of the media ready and willing to accommodate. Y'all do that to us all the time with the media. This is exactly how tragedies are exploited. A grieving family is told the system cannot be trusted. We already know the system cannot be trusted yet. Beelzebub and Jackal. We already know it. Doubts are stoked before facts are known. Local relationships are ignored. The result is division that profits outsiders while piling more pain on those already hurting. You ain't hurting, you devil, right? Here on the coast, the reaction has been one of deep disappointment and betrayal. Friends at church whose nephews grew up with Nolan and my sister Missy, who taught in Ocean Springs schools for many years, are heartsick, right? Y'all still ain't saying what happened to him, though. See, this is what happens when you're dealing with, man, listen, man. She knows the accepting community these kids grew up in. They knew the brotherly bond Nolan shared with his friends. They were black and white young men who voted together, hung out together, and lived together with zero racism in their circle. Why ain't nobody talking and why y'all lawyered up? Come on, man. Y'all don't fall for this foolishness, man. The quick pivot to a racial frame felt jarring to everyone who knew the reality of their friendships in this community. That's because black people already know in the back of their mind that you got to be careful dealing with you Beelzebubians. Sheriff Jeff Ledbetter, District Attorney Angel Myers McGrath, and Department of Public Safety Sean Tyndall, among many other in the law enforcement community here, are excellent leaders with strong track records of fairness. Please. They are treating this case thoroughly. The investigation remains active. Autopsy and toxicology results are pending. Why so long, right? In my book, Finding Hope, which comes out August 29th, he promoting his book, right? I shared the story of Lynn and Ron Dickerson, their son Ryan, an amazing 18-year-old Eagle Scout, water polo star and lifeguard, drowned while volunteering at Camp Champions in Texas. Even with clear evidence of drowning, they never got full closure. The questions lingered. So basically what he's saying in dog whistling is, we're not going to give you closure. If we didn't give it to our own, we're not going to give it to you, right? That's what this Beelzebubian is saying, right? The painful reality may also linger in the Nolan Wells case too, because we may never really know exactly what happened. And that is why speculation may sadly continue to fill the void. This was destined to be hard even before the irresponsible Crump train rolled into town. I believe the Wells family was used by a race-baiting ambulance-chasing machine that profits from keeping old wounds open. National media and irresponsible voices ran the rumors instead of waiting for the facts. Some may say a white guy like me has no voice on these matters. But my children and grandchildren have been raised in a different Mississippi. Nolan Wells was raised in that same Mississippi. The image is powerful. It is who we have become. So because you become that, we are supposed to believe you. And the minute that we don't believe you, we become the problem. The minute that we don't believe you, we all of a sudden become the problem. We don't believe you. Right? I have heard from so many people, black and white, expressing the same disappointment. The community that embraced Nolan and his friends was turned on so quickly. This is not the Mississippi of the past. It is the Mississippi of today. And if you don't know us, I wish you did. Oh, whoa. Excuse me. It's not the Mississippi of the past. It's the Mississippi of the day. And I'm W and I say so. And because I changed, you should believe me. And if you don't believe me, you are the problem. You are causing the problem. You are the issue here, son. Yes, you are. You would be touched deeply by what is in the hearts and souls. You don't have a heart of most Mississippians. Then you would understand why so many here are so deeply hurt by the pictures these vultures who descended on us paint on us. It honestly and truly sucks. Man, listen, can somebody get this dude a violin? Can somebody get this guy a violin, man? Listen, man. Y'all, these people, you can't make this stuff up, man. But you got W folks that's fed up with their own people, man. But let's first listen to what the governor said. Y'all know the one that was in blackface in the Confederate uniforms. Let's listen. Let's come over here and listen to him.
Sean Tyndall, the commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, has been in contact with those individuals. Obviously, the autopsy was done by the state medical examiner's office at the Department of Public Safety. I personally know Sheriff John Ledbetter from Jackson County very well. I have not personally spoken to him. I have full confidence that he is going to do his job. And what I will simply say is I don't know all of the details. I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes.
Let me say this. When that bells above being said that this is the new Mississippi, well, the people that's running Mississippi are from the old Mississippi. See, take the emotion out and just sit back and listen. This guy right here is mixed up in scandals of what he did in college 30-something years ago, right? In blackface, Confederate uniforms, KKK uniforms. He went on to become the governor. Who's the police commissioner? Who's the mayor of that town? See, you got these young people, but the people of old is still running the place. You can't pour that small-time stuff on me. Not me. Not me. I read what you said, Ricky. You said that we are not the same people. Yes, you are. Because the people from your generation is running the state. And all those cities we're in. But, W folks are pissed, right? Watch this, y'all.
If there had been.
This is what happened. They all went to the island to party. Then they came back to another party at a pool. Then the black dude at the pool. Then they took his body back to the island. The sheriffs know it. The judges know it. And everybody involved knows it. But now what are they using? They're using DARVO. What is DARVO? DARVO is deny, attack, and reverse the accuser and the victim, right? Now they're claiming, oh, the judge is a victim, right? Oh, we're victims now. We're getting threats. Oh, you know what's going to come out of this Nolan Wells murder story? How corrupt our courts and law enforcement are. That's what's going to come out, because no matter what does going forward, it will all be exposed. The awakening is happening, right? It is the apocalypse, which means your eyes open. It's not Armageddon. So you watch what happens with this Nolan Wells story. First of all, this is a satanic ritual to try and start a race war. That's it. And now all the lies are coming out. Oh, we just found his body washed up on the beach. No, his body was beat to shit, man. Right? So what are we really learning here, people? Yeah, black man, yes. Why? To start.
Now, this is W folks telling on W folks. They know they people more than us. See, you're not pulling the wool over their eyes, because you have some W folks that are tired of this stuff. They got souls. They're tired. They say, all right, man, enough is enough, man. Like, come on, man. Right? You got integrated societies. You got a lot of W folks that's married to black people, got mixed race children, right? And they're watching this kind of stuff, and they're saying, well, the way you treat me, you're not going to treat my kid, right? That could be what happened to Nolan could happen to mine. So a lot of W folks are like, whoa, wait a minute, man. I can't carry on the way I used to, because I had babies by a black man, or I had babies by a black woman, right? For the last 25 years, my best friends have been this, in an integrated society. So times are changing. 2030 agenda is in full effect. Right? So the old way of you doing things, you're being told on by your own people. But let's proceed.
A race war. Why? Corrupt, and that's what he does, man.
I'm about to tell you exactly what in Nolan Wells. I could put any world. See, I hung out with a lot of white people like that in high school. And although I am white myself, I certainly am not one of them. But I did have the pleasure of being their friend, and I guess that came with being the butt of every joke and enjoying the finer things in life. But this is textbook. I can give you a play-by-play, I promise you. See, what had happened was they were getting rowdy, whatever the case may be, drinking all day. Something happened, malicious or not, doesn't really matter. And those boys saw him take his last breath. I guarantee you that. They had an moment, got scared, left him, drove the boat off, went home, told mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy told him she got him over. It's textbook. Again, I said over and over again growing up. This great every single time. You want to know what happened to Nolan Wells? Go ask some boys. Problem is now you got to drag it through court because they lawyered up. They most certainly know.
And so this is them telling on their own people, man. It's not rocket science. We already know what we deal with in this country. But I'm going to cut it short there. I don't have to say nothing after the W spoke. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.